Remember when city streets overflowed with tour buses, cameras flashed from every corner and restaurants stayed busy deep into the night? That was once the everyday scene in America's top tourist spots. Now many of those places stand strangely quiet. Hotels sit half full. Souvenir shops close their doors. Airports feel empty and lifeless. What caused this sudden drop? Are rising prices scaring visitors away? Is it crime, chaos, or something no one talks about openly? Join us as we explore 10 U.S. states where tourism is quietly crumbling, a sign of bigger troubles lurking beneath the surface. Number 10. New York, the fading star of the Big Apple. New York City, famously the city that never sleeps, is dimming its light. Once a beacon that drew millions, it now faces empty subway cars, worries about safety, and tourists grumbling about outrageous prices like paying $7 for a single coffee. Even Broadway, once a sparkling crown jewel, struggles to fill seats. Long waits for visas, concerns about personal safety, and a rising wave of anti-American feeling abroad have pushed many travelers to rethink visiting. Times Square, once bursting with life, feels quieter than ever. If the symbol of American hustle and culture falters, what does that mean for the rest of the country? Number 9. Nevada, Las Vegas losing its shine. Las Vegas, a city built on excitement and chance, is seeing empty hotel rooms and layoffs at its casinos. Shows that once packed theaters now have many empty seats. The famous Las Vegas Strip is losing its magic for many international tourists. Why risk expensive nights out in a place some now view as unsafe or overpriced when cheaper and safer destinations exist elsewhere? The drop in international visitors here might be just the beginning of a wider decline in America's most famous hotspots. Number 8. California Sunshine State, clouded by trouble. You know, California's image of sun-soaked beaches and tech innovation is really starting to fade. Wildfires have destroyed entire neighborhoods, and homeless camps just keep growing larger in cities like Los Angeles and San Francisco. These days, visitors from countries like the UK, Canada, and Mexico are choosing to stay away. High crime rates, soaring prices, and safety fears are casting a shadow over the state's famous landmarks. Instead of California dreamin', a lot of travelers are warning their friends to avoid the Golden State altogether. Number 7. Florida, family vacations losing their appeal. Florida was once the world's go-to spot for families looking for fun and sun. But now, seaweed covers the beaches, protests disrupt theme parks, and political tensions just keep heating up. Canadian tourists, who have always been a vital source of visitors, are staying away in large numbers. With hotels charging more and storms becoming less predictable, families are starting to ask, why pay more for less fun and more hassle? A recent drop of 3% in Canadian visitors is a sign of, well, deeper troubles ahead. Number 6. Massachusetts, Boston's quiet streets. Boston, rich with history and home to famous universities, used to attract travelers from all over the globe, but today its streets feel emptier. High hotel costs, unreliable public transportation, and a tense political climate are making visitors think twice before booking a trip. The cold city feels even colder without its usual crowd of tourists filling museums and cafes. Number 5. Maine lakeside towns losing their lifeblood. Maine's peaceful towns and pristine lakes are unusually quiet even in summer, which is, usually its busiest season. Canadian tourists, who were once the heart of Maine's tourism economy, have sharply declined. Over 225,000 fewer Canadians are expected this year, draining nearly $500 million from local businesses. Border restrictions, visa issues, and safety worries have just made travel really difficult. Even beloved spots like Bar Harbor are struggling to stay open. Number 4. Illinois-Chicago's tourism crisis. Chicago's famous shopping street, the Magnificent Mile, has, a lot of empty stores and some pretty deep hotel discounts. The city now ranks last among major U.S. convention cities for hotel occupancy. News of rising crime, higher costs, and a tense atmosphere have scared off visitors. International arrivals dropped nearly 9%, with fewer business travelers and convention attendees. For a city that depends heavily on tourism dollars, this downward spiral is, honestly, pretty alarming. Number 3. Pennsylvania, Philadelphia, and the Poconos losing visitors. Museums in Philadelphia are emptier than usual, and the Poconos resorts have cut prices drastically to stay afloat. Canadian visitors, who make up a large portion of tourists here, have dropped by over 70%. That's millions lost in revenue. Visa delays, worries about safety, and rising costs make Pennsylvania less appealing. Tourism isn't just extra income here, it's vital for local communities. Number 2, Arizona desert towns growing silent. Arizona, a favorite winter escape for Canadian snowbirds, faces a sharp fall in visitors. Bookings in Scottsdale and Sedona have dropped by more than 70%. Many rental homes stand empty, golf courses see fewer players, and the once bustling desert towns look quiet. High airfare prices, insurance hikes, poor currency exchange, and headaches at the US border are scaring visitors away. The desert heat isn't the only thing keeping tourists away. Number 1, Hawaii, the crown jewel, losing its sparkle. Hawaii has long been America's top vacation spot, but today its beautiful beaches aren't as crowded. Airlines have cut 7 to 8% of flights to the islands. Hotels report booking declines of up to 40%. High prices for flights, hotels, and meals make Hawaii one of the most expensive trips on the planet. Beyond cost, tensions over land use and local protests make many visitors feel unwelcome. Would you spend thousands of dollars only to face hostility and activist demonstrations? Many are choosing to stay home. The quiet disappearance of tourists from these states isn't just about vacations lost. It's a warning sign about rising costs, safety concerns, political tensions, and deeper shifts in how the world sees America. When even the most famous destinations struggle to fill rooms and seats, what does the future hold for US tourism? And what can be done before the silence grows even louder? If you found this story eye-opening, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into the forces quietly reshaping our world.